Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I'm Dr. Nerita, your friendly urologist, and today we're tackling a topic that's absolutely crucial for a healthy, happy intimate life, but one that many people are still a bit unsure about. Foreplay. Specifically, what makes for great foreplay for women. A lot of guys ask me, Doc, what's the one move that never fails? And the truth is, it's not about a secret technique or a magic button. The best foreplay, the kind that truly connects you and your partner, isn't just one thing. It's an entire mindset, an approach. And today, I'm going to break it down into a simple, three-part framework that will transform the way you think about intimacy. Forget the idea of a quick warm-up. We're talking about creating an experience. This isn't just about the 10 minutes before the main event. It starts hours, even days before you're ever in the bedroom. So grab a seat, get comfortable, and let us talk about how to build the kind of connection and excitement that leads to incredible intimacy for both of you. First, let's get a little bit of the science out of the way, because understanding the why makes the how so much more effective. When we talk about arousal in women, it's a beautifully complex process involving both the mind and the body. It's what we call the biopsychosocial model. Biologically, arousal involves increased blood flow to the pelvic region, lubrication, and a cascade of hormones like oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone. But here's the key part that many people miss. The psychological and social components are just as important, if not more so. A woman's brain is arguably her most powerful erogenous zone. Her feelings of safety, connection, being desired, and being free from stress are the on switches for her physical response. If she's worried about work, feeling unappreciated, or stressed about the kids, her body's arousal system is going to have the brakes on. Think of it like trying to start a car in freezing weather. You can turn the key all you want, but if the engine is cold and the battery is low, it's not going to start. The same goes for intimacy. The mental and emotional environment you create is the engine warmer. That's why the best foreplay isn't a physical act you perform on her. It's an atmosphere you build with her. It's about making her feel seen, heard, and cherished long before any physical touch begins. So let's dive into the first and most foundational part of our framework, emotional foreplay. This is the groundwork. It's the 90% of the iceberg that's beneath the surface, but it's what makes everything else possible. Emotional foreplay happens all day, every day. It's in the small things. It's sending a text during the day that says, thinking of you, not because you want something, but just because you are. It's putting your phone down when she's just talking to you and really listening, not just waiting for your turn to speak, but hearing what she's saying and what she's feeling. It's remembering that she has a big presentation at work and asking her how it went. It's taking a chore off her plate without being asked. These actions communicate a powerful message. You are important to me. I see you. I value you. This builds a foundation of emotional safety and connection. When a woman feels emotionally connected and secure with her partner, her mind and body are infinitely more receptive to physical intimacy. It lowers her stress levels, specifically cortisol, which is a major inhibitor of arousal. Instead, it promotes the release of oxytocin, that wonderful bonding hormone we talked about. So, the ultimate move? Be an engaged, attentive, and caring partner outside of the bedroom. That is the most potent aphrodisiac in the world. It makes her feel desired for who she is as a person, not just as a physical body. And that feeling is the gateway to truly passionate and fulfilling physical intimacy. Now that we've established the foundation with emotional foreplay, let's move on to the second part of our framework, sensual foreplay. This is where we begin to transition from the non-physical to the physical, but with a very important distinction. The goal here is not immediate arousal. The goal is to awaken the senses and build anticipation. It's about pleasure for pleasure's sake, without an agenda. Think about all 5 senses. Touch is the most obvious one, but let's not rush. Start with non-intimate touch. A lingering hug at the door. resting your hand on the small of her back as you walk past, gently massaging her shoulders while you're watching TV, with no expectation that it will lead anywhere else. This kind of touch reinforces that feeling of safety and care. Then there's sound. The tone of your voice matters. Speak to her softly. Give her a genuine compliment. Tell her she looks beautiful, or that you love the sound of her laugh. What about sight? Create an environment. Maybe it's tidying up the bedroom, lighting a few candles, or just making eye contact that says, "I see you." And I'm captivated. Don't underestimate smell and taste either. The scent of a clean home, your own clean body, or even cooking a meal you know she loves can be part of this sensual buildup. The key to sensual foreplay is to slow everything down. It's a dance of anticipation. The focus is on the journey, not the destination. By engaging all her senses in a gentle, non-demanding way, you're creating a rich, immersive experience that allows her mind to relax and her body to start responding naturally and enthusiastically. This phase is all about savoring the moment and building a palpable tension and excitement that makes the transition to more direct physical touch feel like a natural, exciting progression. We've built our foundation with emotional connection and awakened the senses with sensual touch. Now we arrive at the third and final part of our framework, physical foreplay. This is what most people think of when they hear the word, but as you now see, it's the final piece of a much larger puzzle. Because you've done the emotional and sensual groundwork, this phase becomes so much more meaningful and effective. So, what does good physical foreplay look like? The number one rule here is communication. Every woman is different, and what one woman loves, another may not. And even for the same woman, her preferences can change from day to day depending on her mood and energy levels. You are not a mind reader. The most attractive thing you can do is ask simple questions like, "Does this feel good?" Or, "Where would you like me to touch you?" are incredibly powerful. It shows you care about her pleasure specifically, and it takes the guesswork out of it for both of you. Secondly, explore beyond the obvious. While the clitoris is, anatomically speaking, the center of female sexual pleasure, a woman's entire body is a landscape of sensitive areas. The neck, the inner thighs, the small of her back, her scalp, her feet. Take your time to explore with light touches, kisses, and caresses. Pay attention to her reactions. Does she lean into your touch? Does her breathing change? These are your cues. Remember the 80-20th rule of exploration. Spend 80% of your time on the areas you know she loves, and 20% of your time gently and curiously exploring new territory. This keeps things exciting and shows that you're interested in discovering more about her. And finally, patience is everything. The goal isn't to get to a certain point as quickly as possible. The goal is to enjoy the process of giving and receiving pleasure. When she feels that your focus is genuinely on her enjoyment, without a ticking clock, she can fully relax and immerse herself in the experience. So, let's bring it all together. The secret to foreplay that never fails for any woman isn't a secret move. It's a holistic three-part approach: emotional foreplay, sensual foreplay, and physical foreplay. It's about understanding that female arousal starts in the mind, with feelings of safety, connection, and being cherished. That's your emotional foreplay, the daily actions of being a present and caring partner. Then, you build on that foundation by awakening her senses through sensual foreplay using sight, sound, smell, and gentle, non-demanding touch to create an atmosphere of anticipation and pleasure. And finally, when the emotional and sensual stages have set the scene, you engage in physical foreplay, guided by open communication, curiosity, and a patient focus on her pleasure. When you approach intimacy this way, it stops being a formula and starts being a conversation. It's a dance between two people. It becomes a shared experience of discovery and connection, which is infinitely more satisfying for both partners than simply going through the motions. The real never fails method is to be an attentive, curious, and communicative partner who prioritizes connection over just the end goal. This approach doesn't just lead to better physical intimacy. It builds a stronger, deeper, and more resilient relationship in every aspect of your life together. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope this framework helps you and your partner build an even more connected and fulfilling intimate life. Remember, great relationships are built on communication and care, both in and out of the bedroom. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing for more insights into men's health and relationships. And don't hesitate to leave a comment below. I love hearing from you. Stay healthy, stay connected, and I'll see you in the next video.